So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Sports Today. Well, we've just witnessed a rather one sided FIFA World Cup round of 16 encounter between France, the defending champions, and of course, Poland, who, if you being honest with yourself, were pretty lucky to make it as far as they did. In fact, they did rely on a lot of luck to even make it out of the group stages. Unfortunately, their luck has very brutally run out because France defeated them 3-1 in the round of 16 encounter. France are through to the quarterfinals. The Polish players, unfortunately, fans too, will be catching an early flight home. Now, a quick recap of the match before we talk about, of course, the major talking points from this match. Poland had started the game okay. In the early parts, I wouldn't say France were out running them or outgunning them in major ways. But the problem with Poland in the early stages was they weren't quite converting their chances, and that was perhaps not never has it been more evidence when they actually ended up missing a wonderful triple chance where like three people ended up taking a shot at Lloris, and unfortunately, it was either it was getting saved, blocked, whatever you want to call it, and just a little bit after that, Olivier Giroud ended up writing his name into the history books. He scored France's first goal, and that goal actually saw him break Thierry Henry's record to become the man with the most number of goals for the French national team. Massive accomplishment for Giroud, and especially so considering he'd been pillared a lot during the 2018 World Cup. He didn't have a single shot on target, didn't score a goal. This time around, though, he's actually been pretty decent for them. It's doubly so considering France are missing Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema, who you remember got ruled out before the tournament with an injury. Now, unfortunately for Poland, that was pretty much the beginning of the end of the match because once Giroud got the first, goal, Poland looked deflated. I think their game plan was to frustrate it, take it deep, and maybe either nick a goal here or an extra time, or better yet, take it to penalties. We'll get to penalties in just a bit, but before that, what we can check out is what happened thereafter. Because again, France were in fact dominating they were dominating possession. They were dominating the chances created in the second half, but took them a while to actually determine just how to break down the Polish defense. And when they did it, it came courtesy of their star man Kylian Mbappe. He doubled their lead and then scored a wonderful goal in the final in injury time that looked like it had finished off the match. Unfortunately, Poland were given, in fact, a penalty, and then what happened was, they ended up scoring it. But again, there was a bit of controversy there because Lewandowski's first tame penalty effect was, in fact, saved, and then they had to retake it because Lloris had come off his line too quickly, and even the French players had, in fact, charged off their line a little too quickly, retook it. Lewandowski scored second time around, but it was nothing more than a consolation goal. And well, that's it. That is the way the cookie crumbles for the Polish team. They're going home. France, who, let me remind you, are missing a lot of players due to injury this time around. Because remember, there's no Paul Pogba, there's no N'Golo Kante, there's no Karim Benzema. So these are all first choice players. And they're still actually looking like a very very good unit. So I'll just take a few of your questions since I'm seeing them flowing in. Sarthak Sehgal, your favorite for World Cup? For me, I would say it's Brazil Argentina. Of course, only one of them can win it, but those teams look like the favorites for me that far. As for that F1 car video, sorry about that. Work did really get in the way for me, unfortunately. But we'll try to do something more once, this season gets underway and the off season right now, what's happening in F1. So Aditya Kavlekar says Spain will win the World Cup. I normally say that's a good shout, but their recent form has been trending downwards. Unfortunately, they started off with a big win, then ended up drawing, and then ended up actually losing their last match. Hopefully, they can recover their momentum, but I don't think it'll be that easy for them either. Nivesh Jain says, okay, Nivesh, yes, my thumbnail expression does indeed say how good Mbappe was today. He was amazing. I mean, he just reminded people, and don't forget, Mbappe now has 8 World Cup goals. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the World Cup record is 16, is it?
What?
16 goals, World Cup record?
Yeah.
Yeah,
16 goals.
16 goals. Miroslav Klose is the one who has he has the record for most number of goals scored in a World Cup. Mbappe is already halfway there. So it is frightening to think that he's still also only in his early 20s, will in fact most likely break that record. So it'll be interesting to see how much better he gets, because again, he's already world class, still so good. Chill out, 777 says, got a feel for Matty Cash today. He gave his all, but Mbappe came too good. Absolutely. I think Matty Cash towards the end was just struggling because I think it's not one of the easiest jobs in the world to man mark Mbappe. I can assure you that. So in fact, as Sarthak Sehgal rightly points out, he's saying Mbappe, sabka bape. True that. Absolutely true. Harshraj, yes, we remember all of you who join us on the channel. Messi is GOAT. I agree. I always have said that. I've always said that. Love Rami says, what power and pace that Mbappe comes up with. Now he has the highest goals in this World Cup, 5 already. And he's already passed Pele's record of 8 goals. Well, he's not passed it, he's equaled it. But yes, he is now, in fact, he's the leading. He's the leading player in that golden boot race. So before today, like before this match, you had like 5 or 6 players who were on 3 goals. Now Mbappe is just like, yeah, never mind, I'm clear of all you lads, good luck catching me. Yes, Harshraj, Messi is definitely better than Mbappe, but gotta say, Mbappe right now looks like he's going to be that star for the future. And yes, Love Ravi, yes, he can and will pass. If in fact they have 3 matches left if they play the final, so quite possible that he might just end up breaking that record too. Yes, quarters, semis, final. Sarthak Sehgal, yes, thanks for the love for the hoodie. I'm glad you like it. So the breaking news update, if you guys are just joining us, France have sealed their spot in the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup. A lot of people, myself included, had kind of written them off because they were suffering from a lot of injuries, but their squad depth has been phenomenal. They've really stepped up, the squad players. And as things stand, I would say France would be one of those teams to watch out for. They seem to be peaking at the right time, and more dangerously for them, their best player, Kylian Mbappe, also is finding form and at just the right time. You want your best players firing at all cylinders when you reach the knockouts. That is happening with them. Anyhow, I'll bring this particular live session for an end. Thank you guys all so much for joining us. Again, if you enjoy what it is that we do, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, tap that bell icon so you know when we're going live, and also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Then you can go ahead and download the SportsTak app. You'll get all of the FIFA World Cup highlights from there. Don't forget, you can watch it for free. You can watch it goal by goal. You can watch full match highlights. You can watch it in English or Hindi. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now. Watch all the highlights for free. Thank you all for joining us. For now, goodbye, but I will be joining you after the next match, England versus Senegal. Don't forget, I might say that France are favourites, or might say Argentina are favourites. I might even say Brazil are favourites, but we all know that at the end of the day, it's coming home. Bye-bye for now.